what's up? So today's look is very summer inspired. I was actually planning on doing a look for you guys that I came up with, and it is gorgeous and really pretty, and I'm still planning on giving it to you. It is a cut crease look just because that is really in right now. However, I wore this look out and about the other day to run errands, and I got tons of compliments on it. And I also uploaded this picture of, or a picture of myself wearing this look the other day to my Facebook and my Instagram, and a ton of you asked me, what products did you use? What lipstick is that? And all of that jazz. So I decided to film this today for you guys instead, just because, like I've said before, my channel, I really want to give you guys looks that I love, but at the same time, I want to give you looks that you are interested in learning and something that you guys can find very easy to achieve yourselves. So yeah, I sat down and I filmed this for you guys today. Another reason I chose this to film is because I don't know if you've seen it, but a couple videos ago, I did do an eye look using the Morphe 35N palette because I've had a couple of you telling me that you did go out and purchase the Morphe palette. And so since then, I only used a couple shadows from it, that look. And since then, I've gotten tons and tons more of you that have said, I have this palette. Can you do another look using mostly Morphe? So this look is basically all Morphe. There is a couple MAC products in there, here and there. But for the most part, our eyes are all Morphe. It is the 35N palette. And then our blush today, I was talking about this palette a couple videos ago as well, just saying how incredibly pigmented that these blushes are, and I basically wanted to show you how pigmented. So I used this palette today in our video. This is the 10D is what it says, and you've got a lot of purples and, you know, purple tones and pink tones, and the color that we use today is this one right here. It looks pretty neutral in the palette, but as you can see, it does go on pretty pink. So yeah, I think that is all that I have for you guys today. If you live in Florida, we're supposedly, I don't know at this point if we are or not, but 1 second a hurricane is supposed to hit us, the next second it's not going to hit us. So if you live in Florida and you are preparing for that, please be safe, stay inside, get everything you need to prepare yourself. If you don't live in Florida and you don't have to deal with worrying about hurricanes, have a great weekend. I hope you all love this. Thank you so much for watching. My channel has been growing, and it means the world to me because I love everything about makeup. I always have. So just the fact that I've got people following my work, and it's just amazing for me. So thank you all so much, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye.
Okay guys, so today we are going to start with our foundation. So to begin, I am using the e.l.f. Poreless Primer and the L'Oreal Magic Lumi, and I am just making a little cocktail on this on the back of my hand and pressing this into my skin. You want to make sure your hands are clean when you do this, obviously, and I just kind of do an even mixture of both and, you know, mix them together and then just go in. After that, I am using my L'Oreal True Match foundation today. This is not the Lumi, only because I have recently run out of the Lumi, and this is what I have. And I am just going to apply this all over my face using, as always, my Sigma F80 Flat Top Kabuki brush. And with this look, I do normally start my skin first. However, I've had so many questions from you guys as to why I just don't start completely fresh faced, which I normally do. The only thing I have on when I start my videos is my first eye. I don't have any foundation or anything on like that. I just, you know, I do that to kind of speed up my videos, but I've had several requests from you guys to just kind of start naked. So that is what I am doing. And like I said, I am just blending this all over. You want to make sure you always pull your foundation down your neck. And I do want to apologize for the lighting this video. The lighting was kind of insane. And I promise my foundation matches. It makes me look ghost white in this video, but it does match. After that, I am doing my conceal and highlight, and today I am doing an even mixture of the Master Conceal by Maybelline and the MAC Cosmetics Pro Longwear in the shade NC30. The reason I am doing this is because the Master Conceal is very pink tone and the NC30 is very cool tone, and I do have some redness going on, but I don't want to look too yellow underneath of my eyes. So I kind of just do a tiny little squirt on the back of each hand. I swivel it together with my finger, and then I apply with my finger. After that, I go in with a damp beauty blender, as always, to blend all of this out. And I'm doing it just all in my normal places, underneath my eyes, down my forehead, in the center of my face. After that, I'm going to go in and set everything. Today, I am using the MAC Mineralized Pressed Powder in the shade Light. I did not want to look too overly highlighted today just because we want this look to stay looking very fresh and flawless, and an extreme highlight would kind of throw that fresh look off a little bit. It's going to make you look a little bit more chiseled. Now we're going in with the Morphe 35N palette, and I am going to be using a mixture of these two colors as my blending color today. And I am just going to be using any big fluffy blending brush. Mine is from MAC. And as you can see, I am not being very neat about this. You do not have to worry about being neat about this, just because this look, you do want it to be very blown out on the outside corner. So I am not being careful with this at all. I am allowing it to, fall down onto the outside part of my lid. I'm even going pretty high up on that brow bone, just because, like I said, you want this to be very fresh and blown out. And after you're finished with this look, you're really not even going to see this color. So you're just laying this down basically as a base shade, and to kind of give yourself a guide as to where you want to put the rest of those blending colors. And I am dancing and singing for you guys as well, I guess. I don't know, whatever. It was a weird day. So yes, I am just going back and forth in windshield wiper motions on the inside part of my eye. And once I reach the outside part of my eye, I am doing those circular motions, and I am allowing that brush to basically just go up on top of my brow bone and fall down onto my lid as well. Once that is complete, we are now going in with our second shadow. This is just a very warm tone orangey shade, and this is going to bring so much brightness to this eye. I love anything that has like a warm, orangey red undertone. I love it. So with this shadow, again, I am just kind of sloppily applying this everywhere. You do not want to take this any higher than that first blending color that you laid down. So I am really just concentrating on keeping this just a little bit lower in my crease. But again, I am allowing this color to fall down onto my lid and everything. Just because once we go in with our lid shadow, you're not even going to see anything that did fall down onto your lid. So as long as you're really concentrating on keeping this shade pretty low in that crease, you're going to be fine if it's getting on your lid. And you just want to go back and forth on the inside part of your eye, but once you get to the outside corner of your eye, you want to do circular motions out there just to kind of bring that color up and blow it out just a little bit more. Once that is finished, you're going to go back in with that very first blending brush that we used and just blend everything together. Now we're going in with this shadow that I am pointing to right here. This is just it's a lot lighter in the palette than it looks when you put it on. As you can see right here, it's like a dark pink shade. It's just absolutely beautiful. And I am applying this with a Sigma brush. I don't remember the number of this. I actually just got this brush. They sent it to me as a gift in the mail because I applied for their pro membership or whatever it's called, and I did get into that, so they sent me this brush as a gift. Once I have that color applied, I'm just going to go in again with that second brush that we used and blend. You want to go back and forth with these two brushes as much as you want until you get this color as dark as you want, but you don't want to go in with a ton of this shadow to begin with because it's just easier to add than it is to take away. And these colors, like I've said, are so pigmented that if you go in with too much to begin with, it's just going to be a pain in the butt to blend them out. Now I am going in with my lid color, and look how pigmented these shadows I cannot get over how pigmented anything by the Morphe line is. Like, look at that. It's insane. This is just one coat of eyeshadow. I do go over this a couple times, but it really isn't that necessary. And I do go in and I blend this out too. I do a lot of blending, obviously, all the time, but especially when I'm working with the Morphe shadows just because they are that pigmented. Now I am going in and I am doing my eyeliner. As always, I am using the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner in the shade Blackest Black. And for today's liner, I am keeping this very, very tight along my lash line. I am not doing my liner too thick today. And I am just kind of giving myself a little bit of a wing. To some of you, this liner may be intense and you do not have to go in and do it this intense. But to me, this is toned down compared to the liner that I normally wear. So you just kind kind of want to, go in and line your lashes. And then once you have that done, you can I apply my product to the very edge of that brush and just really intensify my wing. You do not have to wear an intense wing like this, but it's just my personal preference. Now I'm going in and I am doing my brows. This is something that you guys recommended to me. It's the Maybelline Define-A-Brow and I love it. So thank you for recommending it to me. I will be purchasing it again. However, this shade, I just purchased it a little too dark. So I will be going back and getting the shade that is one lighter than that. I did go in and apply my lashes and my mascara. For my mascara, I just used the MAC Giggle Lash mascara and another pair of the Ardell's. I am like such an Ardell lover. But lately, I've been absolutely loving these lashes. Now I am going in and I am bronzing my entire face. However, I am really concentrating on keeping that bronzer mainly on the back parts of my face and just a little bit more intense in the places that I would normally contour. Because I am going to skip my contour today. So like I said, I am just applying this all along the perimeters of my face and just applying it a little bit more intensely where I would normally contour. And then after that, I'm just going to go in with this light powder from the Anastasia Contour Kit and kind of just clean everything up because that bronzer can fall a little bit, just because you are applying it mainly onto the outside parts of your face, it can get a little bit too intense in the places that you don't want it. So I do like to go in when I'm skipping my contour and just using a bronzer and just clean everything up with this powder. Now I am going in and I am contouring the sides of my nose. Like I have said before, this is not for everybody. I have a very round face and I kind of feel like this helps elongate my face a little bit better. So I always contour the sides of my nose. However, if this is not for you, you can totally skip this step. Now we are going in with our brow bone highlight and we are using the shade Mylar. This is a shade by MAC. And the reason I chose this just because it's not too shimmery, but it's not too matte at the same time. It's kind of very in between. And I did wear this look with the Shadow Shroom the other day. It is a very shimmery highlight color by MAC and I didn't like it as much. So for the video, I did go in and use Mylar. Now I'm going in and as always, blending everything together. Now we are going to be doing our bottom lash line. We're going to be using that very dark purplish brown that I just pointed to on any precision brush. I actually think that I got this brush at Target. It is an e.l.f. brush. And I am just applying this all along my lash line and I am kind of stopping it right outside of that tear duct area. Then I go in and I use that second shadow that we used for our crease on a pencil brush and I am just blending this out. A lot of my clients say that they are so scared of doing the bottom lash line because they don't want to look like a raccoon, but the secret is you do want to go in and blend, and when you are blending, you just want to very light-handedly go back and forth, back and forth. And practice makes perfect. The more you do it, the better you're going to get. Now we're going to go in and to me, this is what makes this entire look just so beautiful. We are going to be doing the inner corner highlight, and I am using the Shadow Crystal Avalanche. It is a very beautiful highlight color. It kind of has like an undertone of blue in it, and it's absolutely beautiful. And as you can see, look how much brightness it brings to that eye area. It's just gorgeous. I feel like it pulls everything together in this look. And I am definitely overdoing it with the highlighter, but like I said, this is my favorite part of this look. So I am applying it all on the inside of that eye area. Now I'm just going back in with that pencil brush and I'm just buffing those two colors together so it's a really pretty transition. Now it is time for blush. I am using this color right here from the Morphe 10D blush palette, and look how pigmented this stuff is. I can't even get over it. I should have showed you guys on camera, but I really only tapped my brush down into that product like twice, and that is it. I do always make sure I'm using a goat hair blending brush to do this with, just because anything that is synthetic is going to apply even more intensely. But look how beautiful. They are so, so pigmented. And I have found with a lot of products that have this much pigment in them, they're very, very hard to blend out. However, with Morphe, that is not the case. They are so pigmented and they blend out so beautifully. And to make it even better, they are so, so affordable. I think I paid $12.99 plus shipping for this palette. And this whole palette I gotta tell you, they're like my favorite blushes that I own. Now I'm going in with my absolute favorite. I have a lot of favorites in this video, obviously, but this is my favorite highlighter of life right now. I am talking even over my Becca, you guys. I can't even get enough of this stuff. Look how beautiful. Let's just take a moment. It's so beautiful. It is the Translucent Pearl. It is by Physicians Formula, and just look how pretty. I love it so much. I would take a bath in it if I could. It's just a very cool toned highlighter color, and I apply this all over my cheekbones, up around, on top of my brow bone, down the center of my nose, basically everywhere because I love it so much. After I'm done with that, I take that blush brush and I just kind of blend those two products together so there's not any harsh lines and it is a very even transition. And then I go in and I do my bottom lashes and I kind of press that mascara into my top lashes as well to kind of curl those falsies upwards. And after that, your eyes are complete. Now it is time for lips. This is the star of the show. I am using the Pro Longwear Lip Pencil by MAC Cosmetics in the shade Shock Value. And I am going to go in and completely outline my lips with this and fill them in as well. The reason I am doing this is because I kind of wanted a really pretty pinky peachy lip today. However, I didn't have anything that was like perfectly in between. So the lipstick that I'm using is, you'll see it here in a second. It's paired. When you pair these two products together, they're beautiful. And I just go in and, like I said, I completely fill in my lips with that liner. And now I am going in with the lipstick Vegas Volt and just going completely over top of that liner. And look how beautiful these two colors are together. I love them. Again, you do not have to do an intense lip like this. However, this just screamed summer to me. So this look is, you can wear it with any lip that you want to. However, I think it's just absolutely beautiful with this really pretty peachy pink lip. Once you are done with that, it is time to set everything. Today I am using the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray, and then you are finished. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has definitely been one of my favorite looks to wear lately. I hope you all love it as much as I do, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye guys.